Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation life energy coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching program like my coaching program, and nobody, no coach on planet Earth spends as much time with and on their clients. True story. All the information from me is below. I recommend 2 packages that you can choose for month-to-month coaching, of which I recommend 2 to 3 months. In the signature case, the signature package is 3 times per week. We rendezvous. This is a must. Okay. In this case, 3 times per week, we rendezvous via a phone call or a Zoom session. Everything's recorded for posterity for you to rewatch later, but certainly for my notes, which I take a truckload of notes after each and every single client. Everything is interesting to me in you, specifically your history. And so we do this deep dive with the purpose of excavating the things that are out of alignment, out of, the memories that you've lived through, the trauma panorama, as I call it, because this is what makes it impossible for you to part with this past. The trauma panorama already happened, but you're still reliving it because you're kind of swimming in this energy still. Some kind of an attachment, maybe unforgiveness, etc., etc. So, I'm interested in everything, like I said, from childhood up until now, and usually the answer is in your childhood. That's just how it goes. Your mind is programmed by the time you're 7 years old with very specific things that you don't even have to understand what you witnessed sometimes or heard, but it's programmed by influencing it emotionally. Okay, so those are the emotions that I help you process. I help you reconstruct your beliefs. This is a must do for you to feel any kind of change, have any kind of shift. Emotional shift is everything. The emotional healing that you will experience in my coaching, if you do the work correctly and if you follow my guidance, it's very simple. Just do what I'm suggesting and have faith that, first of all, I've done this thousands of times. I've done this for 9 years. And understand I know what I'm doing. Just follow the guidance. It's very, very easy. You will experience that emotional shift that will allow you to literally time travel to another timeline that you're living on right now with your honey, with your money. Okay, that is the only way to create the change. That you're going to have to continue the things that I will teach you, of course, about manifestation. I teach energy work, which I'll talk about in just a second. Hopefully this audio will shed some light on what that actually means, because some people, many people actually have been asking about this, and this is not something common that a coach teaches. This is just something I learned from my grandmother, and then I made it my own in the way that I teach, which is very practical and very easy to apply every day. But you're supposed to continue this practice. And these things, again, you should practice every day in order to continue to deliver the goods to yourself. The other package is called On the Go. Fewer sessions. It's a new package. And so I don't know how many months right now. It's in process for me to determine. I've just started with this coaching package. But with the signature package, it's the way to go. If you're shopping for a coach right now and I resonate with you, consider this package. You can always book a session with me first to make sure we're a good match. Please watch more than one video, listen to more than one audio on my channel. Very direct. I'm never disrespectful. In fact, I'm really patient, really meticulous, and very kind. But I will always tell you the truth. I will not sugarcoat it for you, and I'm very direct. I believe this is how I heal people, because I'm not going to be another fucking coach out there on YouTube who's going to give you and offer you a quick fix, like a little teeny tiny fucking band-aid for a huge wound. This is not going to happen in my coaching. So if you're not prepared for this kind of directness, and most importantly, to show up and do your own push-ups, I can't do them for you. then I'm not for you. You really need to come ready to rock and roll. Please pre-book and sign the coaching agreement to be in my coaching, and then reach out to me for the availability that you have for the first session. So if you're new, please subscribe, and let me explain how I do things on this channel. It's very unorthodox. Get ready. I do curse in my coaching, parenthesis here, not to disrespect anybody, but for emphasis, and this is just my personality. It's part of my charm also, I've been told. Apparently. People get really worried when I don't curse. Something is not right. Anyway, and so on this channel, we do it a little bit differently. I've decided this is what I'm going to do going forward because, I asked, people answered. So I always pay attention. On Mondays or in the beginning of the week, right? Maybe Monday, Tuesday, I will record an audio as is my practice to do for the majority of me being on this channel. But, I've kind of modified some things. Then towards like Wednesday, Thursday, I'll make an actual video with my face. And I might maybe record another audio or maybe like small update or something in between before the live on Saturday. So on live we have the Saturday on Saturday we have live at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm in New York, okay, for those asking me where I am. And so subscribe, hit the bell. This is the program we're following. And of course, I offer coaching. If you have any questions, please email me. So the subject of today is very provocative subject, as usual. Can you be affected by black magic? And I titled it because it's kind of short and sweet. But what it really means, can you be affected by bad energy, bad influence, somebody wishing you ill? These types of situations. So I already have also another audio on this topic. It's called Black Magic versus White Magic, something like that. And I believe there's a part 2 also. But I was inspired by one of the questions that recently my client asked me. So I want to address it from a different angle, if you will. So first of all, I want to say that this is, energetic. Everything is an energy in the universe. The universe is energy. And so therefore, energy can be used both ways. I mean, it's obvious. I always say that you can use it the opposite way to cause some kind of a commotion, some chaos. But understand and get ready for the comeback of this energy. And usually it's snowball effect. But can you be affected by somebody wishing you or doing some kind of voodoo trick or some shit like that? So several things I want to say right away. The thing that I teach in my coaching is real energy work. It doesn't get any more real. Explained very simplistically for, nobody's average, but let's just use, the pedestrian language of an average person can understand it and digest it and use it every day. That there may be somebody who, let's just say right now you're in a situation that many people have come into my coaching in this way and said, Anna, it's as if somebody put a curse on me. Nothing works out, no matter what I do, either in the love life or with the money and this and that. I almost feel like this energy is just hanging on to me for dear life. So let me explain. I very much deal with this in my coaching. If you're not open to it, if this is over your head and you think this is voodoo, listen to me now, you might change your mind. But I'm never going to insist. It's only if you're open to it. This is why I started teaching this well into me being on YouTube just recently. I think sometime earlier this year, something like April or March, I believe. But this is the realest shit that there is. Okay, because what you're doing, so the answer to the question basically is that yes, somebody could affect you if you let them. That's the short answer. If you energetically match the same frequency with this individual and you are afraid of it and or just accept it without any questions asked. So if you happen to be, it's like, the metaphor I sometimes give, as a for instance, if you're inviting narcissists over and over again into your life, meaning you're attracting them, and there's a pattern, you have an unhealed wound. It's like if a shark is swimming in the ocean and you're bleeding. It's the same kind of situation. They can smell that shit, and you are on the same frequency with all, not just this guy or girl like that, but a truckload of people. Okay, just like that, over and over and over again. So this wound then is an invitation, an unspoken invitation to gravitate towards these kinds of people, okay, and naturally being affected by their energy. Because make no mistake, people who are abusive, etc., obviously have very low vibration. Anybody who, first of all, feels like utilizing their energy in a very negative, in a very destructive way, is obviously really confused, about how things work. Doesn't know that they're an infinite being, doesn't know that they can attract abundance like the regular way. They don't have to like take it from somebody else. Or become like somebody, like they can be themselves. Like they don't get that. They're not on that level. So if you continuously attracting something like this, it isn't that their magic is working or the black magic is working. It's that you're agreeing to it. You can say, I don't agree to it, and I will change my energy, just simplistically put, in order not to be on the same frequency anymore as these people. Now listen, as I always say, once in a while you will attract some kind of an asshole. It happens to everybody. I'm more talking about your personal relationships. And if you're feeling like in your personal life you're affected by this, some kind of a darkness, this is an agreement to continue either not forgiving, not working through some kind of an energetic attachment to this person or this event or something like that. It's all energetic. I don't want to blow your mind a little, but maybe I should. If you saw your aura, basically the way that it really looks like, with the attachments to, certain things, certain dysfunctions in your psyche, meaning some fears, insecurities, some unforgiveness, some sadness, some anger, some resentment, the way that it really looks like, it might just spook you. And so the next step would be to really become aware of what kind of energy are you. If you know your own energy, your authentic energy, and there's no other way for me to explain it, you can tell another person's energy coming at you, like before they even send it. I don't know how to say that. You get to a point where you separate yourself from the rest of, whatever is witnessed by your, especially for empaths, because they pick up this energy so quickly, but you don't have to say yes to it. That's the whole difference. You can just like look at this energy, observe it, check it out. It could be just educational fun. For me at this point, that's what it is. I don't shy away from experiences. I don't shy away from, encountering something interesting. Let's just say it like that. Once in a while, because I know how to control it. I don't have to get engaged with it. I can just look at it. And again, for educational fun. Like, the way I see, parenthesis here still, my presence on this earth, and I advise you to think of it in the same way. Look at it as a laboratory of fun adventure, of collecting knowledge. If you get to this level of understanding, like your life is going to become super fucking stress-free. I promise you. Are you human? Are you still going to process emotions once in a while? Meaning you're not going to stuff them down anymore. You're going to feel them. You're going to express them. But you're not engaging in certain kind of frequencies because you're so aware that it's going to lead you in another black hole if you're finding yourself in one. So it's not a matter of shying away. It's a matter of collecting evidence, collecting information, and really becoming aware. Whoa, what is this energy? What is it telling me? And then turn it into a fucking gift. especially if you're an empath, which I've managed to do. Like many of you, like again, who come into my coaching, they, a lot of people have anxiety, this and that. I'm not a therapist, okay? Just disclosure, it's in my coaching agreement. However, anxiety, what it really is stuffed up emotion that hasn't been processed. Some kind of a fear that you're carrying with, again, linked back to drama, trauma, panorama of some kind of a fear. Maybe being alone is your fear, let's just say, if you're struggling with this piece. Maybe fear of being broke like your parents were or are still. All these things, you know what I mean? So, in other words, if you know how to deal with those things, welcome them for education and be able to just look at them and catch them before they even come to you. I don't know how else to say it. You can read people's minds. I can for sure say I can read people's minds, those people who I want to. I can know their intentions ahead of time. Now you will say, Anna, are you creating it? Are you predicting it? Well, it's both, isn't it? If I want to know in this reality that I'm configuring in my mind, that I'm creating on purpose with the preferred reality, with the preferred outcome, what is this person in this reality thinking? Okay, what do I want them to think? This is what they're thinking. Is it too complicated to understand? Well, it's kind of like catch-22. Is it the chicken or the egg? It's probably the chicken, right? You need a chicken to lay a fucking egg. So you're the golden Buddha. You're the kind of like the generator of ideas. If you're inviting the possibility that this person is able to affect you to such a degree, that's what will happen, if that's what your idea is. In another reality, you are catching their thoughts, okay? At a distance, you have this kind of like clairvoyance, so to speak, but what you're really doing is you're creating those thoughts inside their head. Because listen, you can play this game any which way you want, meaning you can create any kind of story. And so again, this is a high level like view of creation. What kind of story would entertain you? Turn your fear into fucking fun. You know what I mean? Stop being afraid of things. Start making it fun for you and say, okay, so you have a hater, let's just say, or you're afraid that maybe somebody did something to you. Turn it into fun. You probably know who it is. You have an inkling, or maybe you don't. And we can kind of like, I can get you there, in my coaching by talking about it. It's always somebody, I don't know, jealous of you, wants what you have, ba 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 boo, even though you may not think this right now, you know what I mean? But that you're attached to this energy, that's the problem. And you're letting this energy dictate what it's gonna, do to you. If you get ahead of the game and you understand, all right, this person may have done something, may not have done something, but on me, it isn't going to work because first of all, I'm of a higher vibration. I don't connect to this idea that this is possible even for them to affect me. But more than that, I will go a step ahead and predict what they're going to do so they can fuck themselves 10 times over. I'm so serious. By clearing this energy, even if they send something. And this I can teach you. Now, for empaths, listen, you all guys, all of you know probably out there, there's, different people, different things that they try. My way is best. When I'm telling you, it's very elegant, simple. Yeah, it's a simple concept, I would say, but it isn't, how can I put it? It's a simple concept, but you will have to get good at it, just like at everything. And you would have to know that you are working with your own energy. So whatever energy is coming at you, or even if you feel some kind of like bogged down, right? This is only because you bought into the idea that somebody could affect you this way. And on the surface, there's many layers to it. I'm trying to like so many thoughts in my head at the same time because there's many layers to this. Okay, from the from the point of view of how this actually happens, not how we perceive it that it happens. Because essentially you're giving this person the permission to do this to you so that you can learn something. Okay. in your world. And so this is why I always say, don't shy away from experiences. It's probably put in your path because you're learning something. You're supposed to learn something. You're supposed to pay attention to something. And so from this perspective, forgiveness is easy, but ultimately what it teaches you is that you have to be in charge of your energy. And so on the surface, of course, you're a human being, you will have emotions, blue, blah, blue. But at the core of you, you're the Central Park oak tree. And even if some kind of an energy is coming towards you, you have the permission to say no to it. This is something people are not aware of. And in particular, empaths, like I said, with anxiety and all of that fear, that's where it's coming from. This not knowing that you could say no, you don't have to engage. You can abandon that idea and start being in the new world where that idea does not exist anymore. And in fact, taking the driver's seat and now predicting what this person is going to suffer in exchange for trying to cause you harm. I mean, even trying is, I think, there's intention there, hey, and decide what kind of karma they will receive, etc. Now, listen, you don't have to be evil in order to make things right. But what isn't yours isn't yours. And there's only one way for that energy, to go if it isn't yours. It's back to whoever sent that fucking energy. And that's what I'm talking about. It's not you orchestrating some kind of a voodoo shit. No. It's just you making sure you know your energy and you stand still in your power and even, can allow yourself this artistic approach to your life of recognizing some bad energy and toying with it as entertainment. This is the message that I want to give to anybody who this resonates with. And if you don't understand, what I said and you have some questions, absolutely, completely willing and ready to help. All the information from me is below. We can discuss over session. But this is real and I teach how to do it. And you know what? I have to say this. Like I said, I was, kind of like skeptical about putting this out because I was afraid of the reaction that I would get. But let me say something. I'm not afraid anymore to talk about this because I wasn't really afraid, but whatever. I was skeptical, like I said, because of the results that my clients have produced. It's actually kind of mind-blowing. Now, for this to work, again, I have to remind you, your energy has to be clean, right? It has to be clean. You need to be on board with your own energy. More than anything, you need to know what it's made of. And again, if you don't understand what that means, I can go step by step with you, in coaching. But that's where your power lies. This is how, like when there's a story that I kind of told on my channel already. There's a story about this clay Buddha that they were transporting, and when it was beginning to rain or was raining, one of the men who was transporting it went up to the Buddha and realized the clay is falling off, and underneath it all, it's made of solid gold. This is what you need to do for yourself. I'm so serious. Chip away all that junk and clay of bullshit that belongs to other people. Other energies. Get to know yourself, like really get to know yourself, Know the purity of your gold, your golden energy. This is what you're made of, your authentic self, your real self. Not the person who suffered through drama, trauma, panorama, but the ideal version of you that shines bright like the superstar that they are. Underneath it all, that's what you are. So once you get rid of this energy and you bask in your own light, it becomes a whole other fucking shebang. Then you really get to have fun in this experience, and nothing will shake you, and you will still, listen, I talked about this all along on my channel. You don't have to be a saint. You don't have to be like perfect to achieve manifestation. You need to know how to direct your energy towards things, and how to do that is get to know your own energy first. That's your fucking beautiful, magnificent, motherfucking golden Buddha status power. There's nothing like it. And if words fail me to help to explain, like even what I just said pales to comparison, in comparison to what like I really want to say, but I can't find the words right now. But that's who you really are, this magnificent being that's kind of like trading in for mediocre life. Don't do that to yourself anymore. Find out how powerful you are through the energy work. And that's part of what I teach in my coaching, so that you find out how you can use this to your benefit. And even if somebody tries to do something about, whatever, harming you or something, you'll see how it works effortlessly, that, you don't even need to lift a finger. They're going to disintegrate completely, But also use it in your romantic life. Use it with your money. Use it with your whatever, your business, your adventure, there's so many things that you could do. Picking up other people's thoughts in this way, and really being ahead of the game, and like playing this chess game, I don't know, at AI level or whatever, what's the highest level, of intelligence today. This is what energy work is. Without stress, without worry, just knowing, again, the power of your energy. Thank you very much for listening. All the information from me is below. Until next time, ciao, ciao.